Yo, what up, you guys? This land shit, this is so beautiful. Like, I wouldn't want to be. You know the thing? I'm in Hawaii, right? And it's like a lot of people tell me, like older people, they're like, oh, you should move somewhere else, or, you should do, you should. It's like people don't want me here, man. But I realize my energy is so powerful. My energy is so strong. And a lot of these people, a lot of these white people have gotten so used to, not having to be accountable for their actions, for the way they act, for the way they think, you know what I'm saying, for how disrespectful they be, you know what I'm saying, because these white people, they move out here, then they move their family out here, then their family moves their family out here, their other family out here, then they move their friends out here, and all they cousins. So it's like white people out here moving like a mob and shit, to the point you look around and there ain't even no Hawaiians. There ain't even no Hawaiians around. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, yo, like I'm here. Like I'm really here on the land. You know what I'm saying? I ain't finna go nowhere for no one. I ain't like, bro, like the land talk to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? I remember a couple years ago, I was doing construction with, I met like, so my boss, he was like this 60-year-old black man. He looked like King Kamehameha, like the Hawaiian king. Like, and we would have, so it was like an all black construction team, but it had black Hawaiians, it had black Filipinos, it was like black Islanders, and then my boss, which is, he black, indigenous, you know what I'm saying? I'm black, indigenous. And then we working with all these Islanders. But the Hawaiian brother, we all looked the same. We all had nappy hair. You know what I'm saying? We was all giving praises. You know what I'm saying? It was like on some real like 5%er shit. But yeah, I got a whole story for y'all about 5%ers. I'm gonna touch back on that later. But the Hawaiian brother, me and him was talking, and we was like, yeah, like Hawaiians, they was black, like they look black originally. That's when they called themselves Kanaka Maoli, Aboriginal, indigenous Hawaiian. And he looked at me and he said, yo, you look more Hawaiian than majority of these people that call themselves Hawaiian today. You know what I'm saying? So me and him was vibing on such a level, on such a spiritual level, and we understood each other on such a level, and he's seen how much respect that I have for Hawaiians, like real Hawaiians, and the heritage and the bloodline and the history. So all that, also the way that I look. Damn, I didn't even get that on camera. But I'm under this fat albizia tree, and it's just a branch had fallen. But yeah, so what I'm saying is, original Hawaiians look like me. Like, this is the thing about black people in America, Well, one thing is we're not black. We're indigenous. Like, black is a term that has been created to separate us from a nationality, that doesn't have any power. The name black doesn't have any power. When we are like connected to a nation by what we call ourselves, the tribal name with native nation. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta peep the etymology of these words. But so once they stripped us of our tribe, they cut our hair, you know what I'm saying? They put us in these assimilation indoctrination schools, taught us to be American, you know what I'm saying, white, you know what I'm saying, or taught us to think like a colonist. We became separated from our tribe, which was our nation. So once we lose our tribal name, you know, it's like we kind of lose our nation. So this happened to like pretty much every type of person that looks like me all across the globe. But Americans that look like me, we have Melanesian DNA, because we're Austronesian. Hawaiians are Austronesian. All these Pacific Islanders are Austronesian, which means they can trace their blood back to Melanesia. Which Melanesia, that's where it has black people, like blackety black people out there. They blacker than me, but they're not African. They don't have any African in them, like at all. They're not African. They've been where they are for millions of years, and like do the DNA, they're not African. So I'm saying these are the people, if we do our DNA test, you know what I'm saying, black people have a connection, black people in America have a connection to these Pacific Islanders, because we all have a connection to Melanesia, whether you're Hawaiian, New Zealand, Micronesian, Australian. So I'm saying this is the common factor that connects us. It's the Austronesian, Melanesian DNA. So based on these were some of the conversations I was having with my Hawaiian brother. So he said, yo, he gave me he pretty much, he called me a Kanaka Maoli, like, you know, an indigenous Hawaiian, and he gave me the right to be able to call myself that, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know, I just felt very honored by that. You know, and I'm trying to do things off the land as much as I can. Like, I'm out here trying to build like indigenous style homes, like using indigenous pre-colonial architecture, you know, pre-Columbian architecture, like pre-Captain Cook Hawaiian Australian architect. I'm getting influence from all these different tribes, you know what I'm saying, from all across the world, on how they were building shit and building houses for their families and living, you know what I'm saying? And that's the wave that I'm on. I'm trying to do shit like that and get to the point where we're not spending money on nothing that we don't have, to where we can find everything we need from nature, and we're using everything that's provided from us from nature. Like, see, that's a fat ass tree, you know what I'm saying? That shit got knowledge in it. Like, this tree has been here. Albizus, they do grow fast, but that tree has been there for like some 10, maybe 20 years. I don't want to say 50. I don't think it's been that long, but that tree has seen a lot of shit, so it has knowledge. And when you really when you learn how to listen to the wind, when you learn how to listen to the birds and to the breeze and to nature, to the rain, you know what I'm saying? Y'all ancestors, you'll hear God, you'll hear your ancestors talking to you. You know what I'm saying? It's just, we gotta silence the mind to really be able to open up to connect on this level. You know, the world is going in a self-destructive direction, so it's on us, right, to really tap back in to our ancestral ways, to really honor our ancestors, to really say fuck this whole system. And that's the biggest reason I'm on here, is because I want to teach people to not have to worry about the system, to have the full confidence and faith and pride in your ancestors, to be able to separate yourself completely from the system and still say and know that you're good. Still tell yourself that you're good. You don't need anything that this system provides. You know what I'm saying? This guava tree right here, It's a fat log, you know what I'm saying? You could build houses out of this shit. You know, and then you don't need to fucking go to Home Depot. You know, you don't need to fucking spend money with a corporation that's not gonna give any money back to the people. Yeah, man. We really gotta change the ways that we're operating, you know, but it's gonna come a time, you know, it's gonna come a time. I'm just impatient, you know. And I got a lot of fire in me. I was born in Oakland, home of the Black Panthers. So that might help make sense of my attitude to a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? But yeah.